complained about Google, a video called Google's newest creation, the science of Doki Doki Literature Club. Well, let's change that to Meta. If you do not know what Meta is basically Facebook's new brand. And basically they changed it to Meta and the metaverse. Basically. But if you have played Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, or if you know about it, or just even know it exists, the game predicted the metaverse. So in the game, there is a company or organization referenced in Doki Doki Literature Club, and it is called Metaverse Enterprise Solutions. Okay. And it's a task force trying to make simulated universe in order to figure out if our universe is a simulation, as well as making a probable product that can use to present to upper management of MES. Look at what Facebook is doing. Okay, this is what Facebook is doing. This is the metaverse, is what Facebook calls it. It's a VR app they basically use to interact with people. But the fact that the fact that this game predicted the metaverse is actually kind of scary. And they're basically the unseen, overarching antagonists of the whole series. And they're basically the ones creating it. Creating, of course, the realities in the game. And this game, and people be like, oh, but Metaverse was announced before. No, this whole thing came out before Facebook changed the name to Metaverse, of Meta. Okay. So when did Meta change its name? Around October 28th. Okay. That's when they changed the name to Meta. Or, Metaverse. It's the VR thing. Okay. Doki Doki Plus came out around July of 2017. July of 2020. And you have all these things like The Simpsons predicted the future and all this bullcrap. But this is actually pretty strange that a couple months later, Facebook changed itself to Meta and Metaverse. Of course, the logo is not this because, again, it's not the same, but it's still called the Metaverse. And guess what? They want to create a virtual reality, promote a post-human society where everybody lives in a virtual world, blah, blah, blah. What does it's the same thing with what Metaverse does in the game. They want to create virtual worlds to find out the universe is a simulation. Okay? And yeah, this is basically they provide a simulated universe. And then you see these roadmaps for Metaverse, where they want to upload your consciousness to the Metaverse, basically putting you in a simulation, just like Monica and all the other girls in Doki Doki are in a simulation, basically. Yeah. Yeah, and then of course we have Facebook's metaverse. And of course we have the metaverse road plan. the metaverse roadmap, as you see. I don't think they have it on here where they show like the roadmap to 2021. No, 2021. 2100. Here we go. This is for 2022 says future, basically. And everybody's talking about the metaverse, but again, in Doki Doki, the company Metaverse is an actual company, and now we have Facebook creating metaverse. So what if Facebook creates virtual beings to basically torture to find out if Facebook's that's better to find out if this universe is a simulation? I wouldn't put it past that because again, at the current state, virtual characters or AIs in games and stuff are not considered real people. They don't get the same amount of treatment. They won't get the same amount of treatment because, they're just AI. They're just cold. Okay? That's what they'll probably say. And then they go, and then we have the thing of NFTs being integral to the metaverse. And what is about? And again, the metaverse and Doki Doki wants to create simulations. Metaverse is a simulation. Basically, the Matrix is what Facebook is trying to create. Great. And that's basically about this video. Goodbye.